This request was from Paper Prince 2 on what if Goku attained Super Saiyan 4 in the Buu arc. To facilitate this, Rodai Kaioshin sees the possibility Gohan may slip up, even if going through the ritual with what he heard of Gohan's rusty skills, and treats Goku as a plan B, telling Shin and Kibito to go about restoring his tail while he works on Gohan. Far less pressed for time than against Baby, Goku also has time to access the power his tail holds, and attain what he dubs Super Saiyan 4, just in time for him to be revived and given the Potara to help Gohan, with the form being one that brings a Saiyan to their current natural limit, whereas Rodai Kaioshin's ritual brings someone far beyond theirs. Goku still isn't in the position to take Buu on alone, and still fuses with Vegeta, events going the same as normal until he faces Pure Buu. Goku dominates the fight and counters any improvised tactics Buu dishes out, admiring how well Buu has done by himself, whereas Goku needed the Kaioshin to gain such strength, and hopes to fight Buu again as a good person, before charging up a 10 times Kamehameha and using Shunkan Ido to immediately get to Buu and eradicate all of him. After the Kaioshin return, Vegeta immediately demands he be allowed to acquire Super Saiyan 4, and though his ancestor is dismissive due to Vegeta's bad manners, Kibito-shin is in agreement when none of them would be there if not for Vegeta choosing to use the Potara. Already able to be rational as an Ozaru, Vegeta wastes no time after gaining his tail and achieves Super Saiyan 4 by crafting a power ball on Earth, with Bulma amplifying the Brute's waves. When Beerus fights Goku in Super, Goku has broken beyond his previous limits to the point Super Saiyan 4 impresses Beerus enough for him to use a bit more power, and initially mistake it for Super Saiyan God, before choosing to end the fight and go see what those on Earth have to offer. Beerus requests Vegeta fight him, with it confirming this isn't what Beerus is looking for, and the Dragon Balls being gathered to learn of Super Saiyan God. Instead of attaining it though, Goku uses the principles of it to go beyond the limits of Super Saiyan 4 and infuse God Ki into it, proving incredibly effective and pushing Beerus a lot more than normally, despite Goku still losing. This makes Goku and Vegeta over-prepared for much of Super, with Golden Frieza and Hit proving no challenge. Black managing to attain Super Saiyan 4 allows him to fight evenly with Vegeta, before Goku underestimating Zamsu causes the trio to be put in the position to retreat. Already being at what they consider their utmost limits, Vegeta doesn't go in the Room of Spirit and Time, and instead sheds his pride to fuse with Goku, as Gogeta humiliates Black before he fuses with Zamasu. Unaware of how short the time limit is though, Goku and Vegeta's fusion ends before they attempt a decisive blow, with Goku being forced to use the Xenor button. With Super Saiyan 4, Goku at this point having become comparable to his current Ultra Instinct self, the Tournament of Power is an easy time for he and Vegeta, with Goku's easy win against Topbot prior to it, making him confident enough to not bother bringing Frieza back, and instead having Yamcha be a bench warmer, preventing the events with Broly. When fighting Moro, Vegeta uses Super Saiyan 4, and is so strong his kick tears Moro in half without trying, and brings a swift end to the conflict. The fight with Granola doesn't happen, and Superhero goes the same as usual. Enma decided to reincarnate both the good and pure Boos as a composite soul, with the purity of good Buu not delaying the cleansing, causing Oob to have even more latent power than normal, and his rematch with Goku in GT, pushing Goku to use Super Saiyan 3 to win. On Omega, Goku transforms into a Super Saiyan 4, once finding out his child body can't use Shunkan Ido in order to collect their ship and bring it back to Earth for Bulma to fix, with Pan being prevented from going back on board by Gohan. Gohan, and Goten taking her place as intended. Goku then brings the ship to a mega, with Trunks, Goten, and Gil, before they get back on course, slightly quicker than usual. They defeat Tsunama outright rather than any disguise, and go to Planet Lude after defeating the Para brothers when discovering one of the Dragon Balls will be there. Super Saiyan 4's raw power crushing Lude. Events on M2 and afterwards go similarly to usual, until Baby arrives on Earth, targeting Pan. He's unable to damage Gohan's body though, with Piccolo arriving in time to help out, and shows his resolve to defeat Baby, even at the expense of Pan. Baby eventually gets scared enough to flee, when Piccolo launches a Makanko Sapo at Pan that intentionally misses, with Gohan then using the opportunity to wipe Baby out with a Kamehameha. The ultimate Dragon Balls are then returned to the Shinden, and Earth is saved. When Super 17 appears, Vegeta dominates the fight initially, but his attempts to finish off things with a final Shine attack are absorbed. The others are able to back Vegeta up, with a few of Oob's Ki Blasts that are absorbed, having Vegeta realise Super 17's weakness and punches through him when he tries to absorb a Kamehameha from Gohan. Without Piccolo in Hell, and the dimensional distortion continuing from the Dragon Balls minus NG, preventing him from escaping with Shunkan Ido, Goku is trapped in Hell. The Dragon Balls are gathered to release him and revive those lost in the conflict, which unleashes the evil dragons. Vegeta is able to deal with most of them on his own, only finding a challenge in Su Shinlon's superior speed, but eventually destroying the dragon through his superior strength and tactics. Having not been pushed by any opponent until recently, Vegeta hasn't strove to go beyond the regular limits of Super Saiyan 4, and is more or less as strong as Goku at that point, having no chance against I Shinlon. That is, until everyone arrives, where the Saiyans bring him beyond his limit, as with Goku, or even more so with Pan added to the mix. Vegeta underestimates I Shinlon though, and gives him the opportunity to absorb the Dragon Balls. It's at this point that Bulma arrives with a Brute Wave amplifier, instead using it on Gohan, with Pan's tears helping calm him. Gohan's dormant power released to its utmost limits completely outmatches I Shinlon, but he waits for him to use the minus NG Power Ball to neutralize it with his plus energy, along with all the minus NG enveloping Earth. This removes the distortion that allows for Goku to finally return, where the three Super Saiyan 4s completely destroy I Shinlon with a combined attack. After reviving all those who've perished, Shenlong leaves alone. 11 years later, Vegeta senses his life coming to an end, with him requesting Goku leave Earth with him to settle their rivalry. Before doing so, Goku reminds Gohan that, as the strongest being alive, not to let his abilities go to waste, which prompts Gohan to write the book Groundbreaking Science, and help the next generation on the right path. It's through the scenario that we see the easier times that will come, from a form that's in many ways the perfect version of the Super Saiyan forms, and how it being achieved far earlier would level the playing field with Goku and Vegeta's rivalry. Thank you for having watched through this What If. Check out all previous ones, comment any requests I haven't done already, and subscribe to assure you're up to date when I fulfill it. If wanting to see a video going over many of the details of Super Saiyan 4, make sure to watch this analysis on how it was something GT did perfectly.